All right, here we are. We're back, baby. And it's episode, what episode is this?
Episode 4.
Episode 4, though. So, yeah, you know, we made it to episode 4.
Yep.
Feeling good. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great, babe.
All
How you
right,
feeling? You
man.
feeling
You
good?
know, I'm feeling real good.
All right.
I can't complain. Even if I would, I don't think nobody's listening anyway. But, you know, we got a good episode for you guys today. This is What's Cooking with Fannyb00. I'm Chef C, and to my left,
Chef Fanny.
That's what's up. And we're here today to deliver you guys some beautiful content.
Yeah.
Today we really want to touch on sports foods.
Yeah.
Right, with it being a heavy sports season, football in the playoffs, basketball heavy rotation. The additional sports going on right now. Also, right, hockey in full swing. So, we really want to touch on additional foods that are highlighted at some of those parties and events, the watch parties, more specifically. Then we'll go into some healthy alternatives. We'll also speak on how to keep tailgating healthy. Right? Yeah. And then after that, we'll share some fun facts on, trends in the industry throughout the country, internationally as well, globally as well.
Yeah.
And then we'll play our world famous game of Would You Rather? Right? I got some good questions for you today.
And I do too.
So I can't wait to get to that. So,
all right.
Kind of jumping right in, right? So with the elephant in the room, sports foods, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, football is in the playoffs, right? People genuinely have watch parties. You kind of see a lot of the similar foods.
Yeah, all the time.
Wings, pizza, a dip.
Yep.
A nacho, chips and salsa, chips with a dip.
Yeah.
You're kind of seeing the same foods though over and over. Maybe somebody might get on the grill. They might whip up some little chicken, some wings, maybe some wings just in a different format, right? However, what are some of the other foods that you kind of recommend that the common person is overlooking for maybe at the next football party or the Super Bowl party? Super Bowl's coming up.
Yeah, no, Super Bowl's coming up,
Who's your pick, by the way, though, while we talking?
Oh, Niners all the way. You already know. You don't got to ask me. I should have worn the beanie, though, so I could match you. But I got the Niners beanie because, I'm a Niners fan.
Right
so
on.
I got the hat, the jacket, the sweater, all of that. But next episode, I got y'all.
Shout out to the Niners, though. They're looking real good, though. I think they'll face off with the Ravens this year, but
okay.
We'll see. You never know how it goes. It's any given Sunday. But back to the food.
Yes.
Right.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
The Niners are playing, right? And you want to switch up to something. You don't want wings. You don't want pizza. You want something more friendly with the kids, younger kids to older adults. What's your menu look like? Go. Go.
All right. So, in that sense, like with the kids and stuff, a lot of finger foods are always great, right? Things like little pizza bites, just anything that's handheld. Sliders are always good. Tenders. You go with like some waffle fries, stuff like that. Just keeping it, for the most part, pretty simple, but still friendly across the board of kids and adults, right?
Yeah, and I think tenders are a really good alternative to wings.
Yeah.
Right, and then I think keeping it finger food friendly is very effective, right?
Oh, so, absolutely. I think you spend like more than half the time at a watch party standing up. So, anything you could just grab and go. And if you want something that's typically a sit down something, put it in a shooter. There you go. Pro tip, put it in a shooter. It's gourmet.
Chef hat. So the shooter, right? So what would you typically put in a shooter then?
So you could do like a little mac and cheese shooter. You could do a shrimp and grits shooter. You could even do a Caesar salad shooter if you're trying to keep it nice and healthy though, right? You could put the wings in a shooter. You could do it pretty much anything. You could do you could stack it up. You could do like the caprese skewers in a shooter. There's all kinds of stuff. You could go about it all kinds of ways. Get creative. Have some fun.
There you go. Step outside of the box, right?
Remove the box. Ain't no box.
Now you talking though. You got the right.
In my circle, ain't no box.
Now you playing with the shapes. Okay, talk to us though. Talk to us. So, in terms of sports foods, right? You kind of notice that certain sports foods have their favorites, right? I would say football right?
Wings.
You think wings.
Wings.
You all
Always.
automatically think wings. Right?
Maybe pizza, maybe a little pizza,
Pizza
right?
is automatically, you go to a football party, there's gonna be wings, there's gonna be pizza, maybe even from the same place.
right.
Baseball, it's a little different, right? They kind of go to you see a lot of hot dogs,
the footlongs, right?
You go to different stadiums, they kind of have different novelties based on that region or location.
The peanuts, the popcorns,
right? But those are kind of common across all, right? That's like a common denominator. You know, basketball, you kind of get to more gourmet. I don't want to say gourmet because I don't want to hype it too much, but more of like the luxury type food, right? It depends if you're sitting in a suite. You get to experience different kind of cuisines, right?
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know if it's different. I think people have access to all the floors, right? But I know once you get to certain floors, right, they have the nachos, right? They have the tenders. You got the burger, right? You got different kind of foods, and in other sections, right, you got the popcorn. Your basic stuff, right? So, in terms of like different alternatives, like, you know, hot dog, how can you spruce up a hot dog, right? In terms of like the baseball fans, like what are some different alternatives to the ballpark Frank?
Okay. So I mean, there's ways to spruce it up and actually make it healthier at the same time. So that's a 2-for-1 right there. So switch out that pork link, right? Switch it out for a chicken dog, right? And right now there are so many options for the chicken links. There's like chicken apple sauces, there's chicken jalapeno, chicken chile verde. There's all kinds of. Check it out. Next time you go to the store, go to the deli meat section, whatever. Find your links, and you'll see they got the Cajun links and stuff. They got a lot of options out there right now.
So not only are you providing alternatives and you're making it healthy, but you're elevating the experience as well. Because these are much tastier options altogether.
Yeah, you can even, like, if you have a theme, like a whole like flavor theme for your whole layout, go with it. I guarantee you'll find something that goes with it. They got the tomato basil if you're going Italian. They got all kinds of stuff. They got all kinds of stuff out there, though.
I love that. I love that. And to be able to say, hey, I'm going to throw a football watch party.
Yeah.
And to say, okay, I'm going to have a theme outside of, you know, I guess bar food, but outside of finger foods, right? You're going to say, all right, I'm going to make it Mediterranean. I'm going to make it Italian, right? I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to make it
Mexican,
Caribbean,
Caribbean,
right? Things are getting a little, options are opening up more and more these days, right? As people discover new flavors and new tastes.
You're right.
So you see the pendulum start to swing in terms of what people are deeming growing trends. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But in terms of more healthy alternatives, I mean, because you got the wings, you got the pizza, right? You can obviously, you can always go to a flatbread, right? You can air fry the wings,
right?
You can go naked with the wings, no sauce. It's healthy, fat-free ranch. Now you're in the ball game, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And then you always want to be careful, right? Because there's always libations going around the football party, right? Or the tailgate, so to speak. So you always want to be conscious of the calories that you're taking in.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
So if you're you maybe have a drink, a cocktail, right? A beer, right? Something of that sort. That's already some unadded for calories, right? Empty calories is what people call them because they don't make you feel full.
Yeah, and they do nothing for you.
They do nothing for you. They don't provide any nutritional value, right? However, you do get a buzz, right? For what it's worth.
A good time.
For what it's worth, depending on who you ask, what it does for you, right?
Yeah,
but in terms of different alternatives, what are some?
So definitely some things that you'll probably already see out there. Shrimp cocktail is my go-to, right? It's all protein. That's it. It's just shrimp, the sauce, take it or leave it with the sauce, but there you go. If you do the wings, you can bake them. You can bake them on a crisper pan, so all of your oils will drip. So then you avoid all those, or the air fry, like you said before. Avoiding the sauces, you do a low sodium dry flavor on that, and you're good to go. That's no calories right there. You could do carb conscious chips with salsa instead of dips. So the salsa is like 5 calories. So that's super low in comparison to the 50 that you would get in like a spinach artichoke dip, or even more in something that has the protein in there, like a meat queso or a seafood dip. So just stick with the salsa, something that's all veggie, right? If you can't find low-cal or carb-conscious chips, get the carb-conscious tacos, cut them up into 6 pieces, put them in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. Okay. There you go. Now you got you some healthy chips,
homemade
right?
chips. There's your recipe right there.
You could do the bruschetta. And a lot of grocery stores sell pre-made bruschetta. So if you don't have the time, just grab that. You know, a little pita chips, some Stacy's, right? Pretty good, pretty healthy. You know, excellent. If you want to get bold and try something new, you could do like a bell pepper nacho, right? So instead of the chips, you use bell peppers. Use a low-calorie, low-fat cheese on there. Okay. Boom, there you go. Another one that I've noticed is pretty popular is the cucumber bites. All you do is a cucumber, slice it up, dab of low-fat cream cheese and some everything but the bagel seasoning. It's fire. Try it. Try it.
You're giving our recipes already.
Yeah. So just a quick little game for y'all though. And then of course there's the very growing in popularity, the cauliflower bites, right? Don't bread them. Just air fry them or bake them naked. You still get the same crisp, and then you get the flavor, way less calories. You cut the calories into a fraction of what they would be.
There you go. There you go. Just like that. Those are very quick and easy, healthy alternatives to spruce up or spice up your watch party.
Your
sports watch party. So now I do want to take the time, right? I do want to always take the time out to say thank you to all the folks who support and watch, share, comment, like, and tell a friend. They always, tell a friend that's telling a friend that's telling that friend that's telling a friend again, right? We appreciate you guys, right? So I forgot to mention at the beginning,
right?
However, I just didn't want to go past. I couldn't go on any further without shouting out the folks who've been, showing us love.
We appreciate y'all.
Again, we got the Fannyb00, we got the @ and the handles right here on the side. We've got the QR code down in the corner. Scan that. You can pull up everything, everywhere you can find us. You can check us out on YouTube. You can check us out on Patreon. Subscribe, become a member, right? We got special content coming soon. Check us out on IG, TikTok, LinkedIn. Not LinkedIn, Apple Music.
We're on LinkedIn, but
but not as much, right? Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Apple Music, Spotify, wherever.
You can also catch the forums on there. So if you want to order some catering or some meal prep, and then if you wanted to email us for some seasonings or desserts, let us know. Everything's there, right here. Okay.
It's funny though. You always used to see the videos where people be like this, tap here, look here, right? Maybe I need to start having some little floating things coming, but we can go without that. All right. So in terms of we kind of touched on the healthy alternatives, right? So that kind of is somewhat segues in because we kind of touched on like the tailgate type foods, right?
Right.
And then go ahead.
Okay, well, but so that's if you're in control, if you're hosting, right? But another thing to consider is if you're attending somebody's party, you have absolutely no control over the menu unless it's a potluck, right? So if you're there, you show up at your friend's house.
But if you're attending, that means you got invited. You got to be booming to get that invite.
I'm assuming that all of y'all are booming.
True. Shout out. If you're watching this, you booming. For sure gonna get that invite though. You're gonna look out for an invite.
So if you get invited, just some things to be mindful of. Go for the protein first. So if they've got the wings, go for the wings. Ooh. Stay away from the ranch, right? Try to keep it low on the dairy. Stay away from the dairy. Stay away from the unnecessary carbs. If they've got like a dip and there's bread and there's chips, go for the chips. Just little things like that can make a huge difference. You'll still feel just as full with the libations that you're enjoying, and you still have the good flavors and everything, and you don't have to necessarily come with like a little, I'm on a diet, I've got my special foods right here. You don't want to be that person, right? So
but what if somebody's been on the smoker all day They've been out there. They've been set up all day, right? And they got the whatever kind of ribs. This is the hottest ribs on the market right now. I don't know if it's Tennessee, St. Louis. I don't know what it is right now, right? And they say, man, I need you to try this, man. It's falling off the bone. It's so good, man. Hey, try with this sauce on there. Then what?
Then I'm gonna say to you guys, like I say to myself, anything in moderation is okay. Have one. Just have one. Just have one,
so
and then
limit the rest.
Use your best discretion. Use your best judgment. Obviously, it's gonna be delicious, right?
It should be.
It should be. I don't know. I didn't make it, so I don't know.
I done had some bad barbecue in my days, right? I had some barbecue with no sauce, right? I had some barbecue that was tough. I had some barbecue that tastes just like lighter fluid, right? I done had all kind of bad, but I had some barbecue that was undercooked. Right, it was barbecue with no Barbie, right? It was, right? So
man,
you got to be careful,
that's
right?
Tough. What kind of barbecues you been going to?
when you woman, you get a lot of invites, right? That's my point, though. Hey, no shade to anybody who hasn't been.
We need like an effect right here. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, there it is. Though. That's the new effect. Yeah, no, that's funny though. In terms of, but shit, I remember when we had first got together, we had the barbecue, right?
Lies. No,
we didn't have the barbecue.
We had the barbecue. What comes next? What comes next?
What comes next?
What comes next? His story will differ very much.
I wasn't even going to tell that story. You want me to tell that story?
You can tell the story, but
what story?
When you came to the barbecue in Torrance?
Yeah, what happened?
They had the electric thing. It was the grill was electric or charcoal, right? So you could do either or. Either you connect the propane and use it, or you put the charcoal or your wood chips or whatever on there and light them up. That it was the option. That's what the setup was. I'm not the inventor of the technology. That's what was told to us by the people, the managers of the management of the building, right? So he comes and we're like, okay, we're not gonna do charcoal, we're gonna do wood chips because the wood chips will have a better flavor for the food, right? Because I know, right? So I had that, and then he comes and he's like, this is electric. You can't put the charcoal on here. What are you doing? And he took over the barbecue. It was still fire, but he took over my barbecue. But it's all good. It was fire.
And that's the thing, right? Like at the end of the day, you live and you learn, right? I kind of started from, I didn't been on the $10, $15 joint on Walmart. That's just a little circle joint, right?
It's not even high. It's like low on the ground.
You put a little slab of ribs on there, it might tip it over though, So, you live and you learn. I'm not gonna ridicule you for that, because I was there, with the knowledge to be able to help you out, and that's ultimately what being together is all about. So I'm not gonna. It was the beginning. It
was the beginning of a long line of you teaching me a lot of things, and I appreciate it.
Respect, because once we got it going, the meat was fire, right? It was a good time.
Yeah,
right? So,
everybody who was there, if y'all watching, y'all can attest to it. It was a good time.
Plenty of barbecues after that.
Yeah. That was like the first of many.
It got to the point we was even barbecuing. We was putting vegetables on the grill.
Yeah.
We was putting the zucchini on the grill.
Ahead of the trends, right? Because I think we got some fun facts coming up.
All that segues right into the top trends, right? So in terms of in terms of some of like the biggest food trends, right? So check out what's some of the research on it.
All right. So right now, currently, the number one food in the world is rice, which I feel like there's no surprise there. Pretty much every single cuisine type uses it. You can find it everywhere. Right. What's your take?
And I mean, again, right? I can't. I'm aligned with that. I agree. I agree with that. You can go anywhere. You could get some chicken and rice. It doesn't matter where I go. I'm gonna order the chicken and rice because that's the safest thing on any. When you're stepping out of your comfort zone and trying different cuisines, right? You can really get to the nitty gritty if the chicken and rice is fire. So it's another hack, right? If you're going somewhere,
when in doubt,
facts. You're stepping into different cuisines, right? Everybody has a form of chicken and rice. So find it on the menu, ask the waiter, figure out, you can pull up Google Translate, pull up whatever you need to pull up, find out what the chicken and rice is and work back from there, and you should be fine. In terms of that, Outside of that, what was really surprising was more the biggest, like the biggest food trend last year, right? Like,
right.
It being vegetables to me is
So the biggest food trend of last year was irresistible vegetables, right? So like the grilled veggies, the roasted veggies, and that's according to Unilever. And that was mainly due to the increase of vegan and vegetarian diets.
Right.
Right.
And, you know, everybody wanted the trendy dish, right, that they could post online, that they were showing that the, health is wealth. After the pandemic,
right,
everything was becoming more health conscious. So everybody was trying to show that, look, I'm out here, even though I'm going out to eat, I'm eating health conscious, I'm making health conscious decisions, right? So let me take a picture of the Brussels sprouts. Let me take a picture of these cauli wings, right? That's the thing, so moving like what were traditionally side dishes to the main event is somewhat surprising, but it's not at all.
Yeah, and then you also have to consider at the same time the price of meat was going skyrocketing, right? Like over the past few years, we've seen such an influx of the prices have been like out of this world, and there's shortages.
Supply chain issues,
we had supply chain issues.
Shortages, the meat shortages, right?
Yeah.
They were short on wings.
The price of wings doubled overnight.
They had more thighs than wings or something like that. They had some kind of funny stuff going on coming out of the. There was problems with the farmers, right? The agriculture. There were shortages on all kind of livestock type products and dairy products, right?
And with all the recalls and all kinds of contaminations.
So I don't know if that's government related that kind of pushed the trends that way, right? I don't want to get too conspiracy theorist on here, right? That's
but it's a possibility though.
But politics do play a part in how things run, right?
Definitely,
so in terms of e-commerce, in terms of commerce, the economy, supply chain, manufacturing,
right,
all of that, right, all the way down to the consumer, capitalism, and all. I'm sorry, I don't want to get too buzzwordy, though, right? But look up all these terms, though, and study these terms, though, because that's what you're seeing. That's what you're becoming a victim of. If you're having to go out and shop, and you're having to go pay these price gouging prices for these items that used to be very low prices. They had a very low price point. So
like typically if you're on a budget, it's like, okay, I'll get the dark meat chicken, like I'll get the little bit higher fat percentage of the other cuts of meat, right? And then I'm good to go, and I can just make it work. But now it's like, well, let me get some vegetables, and that's great. And there are a lot of influencers, there are a lot of chefs and internet sensations that are out there giving a lot of recipes, which I think is really awesome because everything that's vegan or vegetarian doesn't just have to be like tofu stir fry or like some mushroom tacos or something. Even though the mushroom tacos we had in LA were fire, but there's a lot of ways to like really tie it in and really like emulate some of the flavors and the textures and the meatiness without having to ingest that. And we can dive deeper into it, but we won't today. But our bodies are actually made more for a vegan vegetarian type diet. If you do a little bit more research, you'll see that the human body is not really intended to be consuming meat, or at least if it is, not on the daily basis, not as regularly as we typically do. So definitely steering vegetarian, vegan is a healthier way to go.
Is this research you've done, or is this just your like more opinion based, or talk to us about that?
I mean, it's both. There has been research. I actually was a nutrition minor, and so
talk on it. Speak on it then.
So yeah, just the way that different foods are digested by our bodies, way that our bodies. We don't have sharp teeth. We're not by nature. We are not carnivores. So I mean. Again, this could be like an entire episode on its own. We may have to go ahead and do that because there is a lot of information. But even, there's a diet of eating for your blood type, right? So I'm A positive. My specific diet should be vegetarian, vegan, right? Pescatarian, given to work into that. And I did that when you met me. That's what I was actually doing. And I did notice food for energy, not for lethargy, right? So you eat, you shouldn't get tired. You eat, you should get energized, and you should be ready. You should be ready. That's true. Food is fuel, and that's really all it's supposed to be. Enjoying it is a bonus.
Very true. Very true. You know, the fact that it tastes good and you know, you're able to take pictures of it. That's the icing on the cake, right? It's it's mostly about the nutritional value, what it does for you in real time. Right. So what were some of the other trends though?
So something else that I thought was interesting is the number one cuisine in the world right now is Italian, with Peruvian and Caribbean being the fastest growing. And what's interesting about that is I could see Italian being number one. It's a pasta dish is pretty easy, you know, just for anyone who's attempting from any level of knowledge, right? Any skill, right? But Peruvian and Caribbean while those two have some similarities, they're so different from Italian. So that to me is very interesting, right?
Yeah. And, you know, I think with people doing more traveling, right, and things kind of becoming more accessible, now you see people trying the Peruvian. You see people with the oxtails, right? You see people
with the jerk chicken.
You know what I'm saying?
The cilantro rice from the Peruvian menu.
The Peruvian is fire.
The lamb is really good.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, we played with both of those.
Definitely.
You know, love a good spicy rigatoni, though, at the same time. So all of those is interchangeable and versatile in itself, right? Moving right along, we're going to jump right into our world famous game of Would You Rather, right? Today I got some questions.
And I got some too.
She's got some too. So it's going to be more quick fire, right? Less explanation. And we're going to move right through it. So, would you rather? You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I stay ready, so I have to get ready.
This is a good one, though, because I might have a follow-up for you. We're going to see.
All right.
Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every single song you hear?
That's so because he knows I hate doing both. But I'm going to say dance. Because if I don't know the words to a song, I can always dance to a beat, though.
See, my father, I was supposed to have some music, and then you're supposed to have to dance, right? You're supposed to have to act it out, though.
Hey.
But, okay, your turn. Shoot.
All right. Would you rather live in a small town or a big city?
Ooh, that's a good question. I prefer big city for the simple fact that things are more accessible. You know, just kind of with the entrepreneurship, right? There's more opportunity, though. There's more things flowing.
Right.
I mean, small town, there's more space, more peace and quiet, right? You can get to things faster, right? But it's big city, there's action. You know, if you're ever looking for that, you need that, right? The school systems are better if you got kids, etc. So, big city.
All right.
All right. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories? Ooh. Close your eyes real quick.
No. I mean, that's tough, but I would have to say sight.
Oh.
Just because I can, whether I lose my sight or not, I can still build new memories, right? And if I lose my memories, the sight is no good to me if I can't hold on to my memories.
Okay.
So.
Shoot.
Yeah. All right. So for this, would you rather? It's got more than two options. So. Would you rather, for the rest of your life, all of your meals have to be accompanied by a rice, pasta, grain, or potato?
That's easy. I'm going pasta, though. Again,
For breakfast?
Nah, whatever.
Every meal.
I'll figure something out.
All right,
because, you know, the spicy rigatoni's fire. Lasagna, you know, you can get a good lasagna. Man, come on. The list goes on. Mac and cheese. Come on. There's so many different things. Right, so we don't have to get into.
But you just had the chicken and rice. You just said chicken and rice no matter where you go. So
that is though, but I don't need that at all times. But moving right along.
All right.
I said what I said.
I got you. Excuse
all right,
me.
so my last and final question, right? This is my favorite question because of what you do, right? And so as not only a chef, but as a mom, right? As a parent, as a wife, right? Would you rather have a personal maid or a personal chef?
Maid.
Go.
Maid.
Ooh, that was quick. That was
easy.
quick. So she's irreplaceable in the kitchen. That's what it is.
Yeah. For one, I'm irreplaceable in the kitchen. Two, I love to cook. The other stuff, of course, I'm definitely grateful for the opportunity to be able to have those responsibilities, right? Mm-hmm. But, you know, if I could just like effortlessly have, you know, clean house and, you know, everything else taken care of, I'm good with that. Never make a bed again. Like, I'm good with that.
Very nice. So, all right, we out of here. Episode 4. We'll see you guys again.
Peace, love, positivity.
All right.